Good morning. Another day. It's still cold. But at least it's not windy today. Oh, it's so much nicer being not windy. Okay, well, we're still washing on a combine today. I'm gonna crawl up in there and peck around at stuff and see what we got. We really need to do some more power washing outside. See all this like hazy dirt that's stuck to the side. You can't get that off the hose. We're just getting heavy stuff with the hose. So, but it is still cold. We're not doing that outside today. I should look at the forecast a little bit, but I thought they said it was supposed to warm up again. So we're gonna work on this a little bit. I've got some stuff on the computer we're gonna do. We might try and find something else to do this afternoon because I don't want to do this all day. We should set up our scaffolding or something and try and fix our heater. That for some reason the fan's not blowing in that heater unit on this side. The other one's working, but yeah, we could work on that. Well, we're gonna crawl all over this thing. Look, there's a corn cob. Let's get it. Oh, I just moved it. We'll get stuff here. There's some dirt. We'll get that. Most of this actually isn't as bad, or I shouldn't even say bad, as dirty is what I thought it might be. Brock got a lot off yesterday, so we've got a couple more hours with a power washer. Get that stuff off the back of the fan there. But I think we're getting close here. One of the nice things about the hose is it lets me get down into these places that I can't get with the power washer very good. It's compact, it's low pressure, so I can hit some of these electrical connections without worrying about them, and get that dirt out from back in there and stuff. Like I said, it just doesn't take the film off of everything, but we can hit it with the power washer after we get all the heavy stuff out. Plus, it doesn't spray back in my face quite so bad. So I can get all those little nooks and crannies. Look at that. There are some tight spaces to get into. Again, much better with a hose than the power washer because I can get there and it's not blowing in my face so bad. Ugh. Ugh. Crawl out of my hole. There we go. Oh. Ooh, we better go wash the top of the cab off. Oh, well, I climbed up on top of those tires and got up in there behind the cab and in front of the rotor, and actually, I'm pretty happy with everything. We're really not in bad shape. So underneath the feeder house, above the transmission area, we need to get in there a little bit yet. And then a little bit up on this side, I should climb up on the tires over here and get back up and around the gearbox there that runs the feeder house. But everything else, I feel like the major stuff is off, the big stuff, or it's at least loose and can be washed down. So we need to spend a day outside with the power washer, foam it, get the shields cleaned up, get the sticky dust that the hose just isn't going to get off. And then we'll be in pretty good shape. The only other thing is I may still want to pull the sieve and chafer out from in here to get all of that stuff cleaned up. We haven't done that, obviously, but that is something we usually do on combines. So I don't know. I haven't decided entirely yet, but we'll probably end up pulling those just to be able to get in there better. But it doesn't need to be done just yet. I really need some better rain gear that doesn't leak. Oh, the sun's even out today. The water's still frozen there, but it does feel warmer. So I've got some errands to run and go grab some lunch. And when we get back this afternoon, I'm going to tear into that heater and see if we can't figure out what's going on with that. I'm tired of... Yeah, I'm going to go change my clothes so I'm not soaking wet the rest of the day. But time to do something different. Waiting on a train, which I normally wouldn't show you, but interesting fact
message from Masha Baker
about this railroad tracks here. If you go way back in my videos, 4 or 5 years before I started making these vlog style ones, there is a video that I filmed of the Canadian Pacific holiday train. That was on these tracks, although we were that way 5 or 6 miles where I filmed it. But that train's coming through tonight, December 1st. It's tonight sometime. They leave out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada, this evening sometime, and then it comes down through here and goes across Indiana over to Chicago for their next stop. So maybe, depending on what time it is, we'll try and film some more of that. There's a lot of tank cars. That is a lot of tank cars. Ethanol, maybe? Gas, ethanol? I don't know. Okay, we're back in the office here. So I built a house down the road, right? We don't have any natural gas here, so everything is propane for heat and stuff. And, well, propane is expensive when you buy it in little quantities for your house. And I tried to buy my own tank to set there last year so I could shop around my stuff, but 1,000-gallon propane tanks are non-existent. At least they were a year ago. I talked to one company and they said, we'll put you on a wait list, but it's 2 years long. So, okay. So I ended up getting a tank from a local company that happens to be the same one that we buy our dryer gas for out here. The thing is, they sell us the dryer gas for our big tank and transport loads for almost $1 cheaper than I can buy it from them for my house tank. So I'm trying to solve that problem and trying to figure out how do I get it from that big tank out there to my little tank at my house. And well, I think I have a solution for that. Anhydrous tanks. And there just so happens to be this auction going on right now. Inventory reduction for an elevator up in Michigan that has like 29 of these things for sale. And I'm bidding on one. I'm winning right now. If I can buy that for $700, I'd take it. That's a deal. It's going to be significantly more than that, but I'm 12 minutes away from winning it. And yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to sit here and watch this for a minute. It's kind of exciting. I have not seen any of these, but they're anhydrous tanks, right? How much can be wrong with them? Hopefully the running gear's in good enough shape to make it onto a trailer and get down here. We'll have to go pick this up tomorrow if I happen to win one of them. But yeah, I think we can make this work. I know there's some tricks to it and some stuff. We got to change valves and make sure we get all the anhydrous out of it. And you got to use brass valves for LP. You can't use brass on anhydrous because it eats the valves. And yeah, we'll manage that. We got to get a tank bought first. Oh man, you can sit here and watch the numbers change. They're going up. We're going to get outbid soon, I can tell. We're going to get outbid soon. It's okay. We're down to 9.5 minutes. They're all up to 700 or more now. All the ones that I'm watching. This one was at 625 a minute ago. It's kind of a taller, skinny tank, or tall, fat, rather than, yeah. Anyway, things are moving. I got outbid, so we had to move. We moved down to this one.
You gonna raise your bid?
I raised it on a different one.
You're gonna raise it on a different one?
I'm just watching. I just want a cheap one. I don't need to keep bidding on the same one if the other ones are cheaper. Well, they're starting to close. But then every time somebody bids, it gets bumped out. Problem is, when I got outbid on one and I bid on another one, then it bumps that one. So now there's still 4 minutes left on this one that I'm the high bid on. And the rest of them are going to close before that. So unless somebody else bids, which means I may get pushed out here or stuck because, well, let's see. I just got outbid. All right, so there's 9 minutes left on that one. 2 minutes, 7. Let's see. I can find another one to bid on. All right. Well, I've got one in there. I just kind of went through and upped the bids on a couple of them that were going to end soon, and I wasn't the high bid, so it just extended their time. So at least I gained myself some time. Like this one here went for $1,200. This one went for $800. I don't know how they got the $797.50. That doesn't make any sense to me. $850, $850, $825. That one there was probably a pretty good deal. Let's see. I'm this bid at $825. So if I get that one, then I'm happy. Well, I got a phone call in there that distracted me for a minute, and I'm regretting letting some of those early ones go at $8.50. Should have bid those up because they're getting expensive. But things have calmed down a little bit. I'm a minute away from winning this one at 1100. This one just got rebid, got up to 1100. That one was just about closed. See what happens here. Less than 30 seconds. We might get this one. We might get it. Come on. Come on. Three, two, one. Got it! All right. That makes me excited. No! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, somebody bid at the last second. Well, we're down to these three. They're the only ones left. This is my last shot. I've got the high bid on this one at 1300. Minute and a half left. This one's about end. We'll see if that one re-ups if somebody bids at the last second, but I'm not going anymore on any of these, I don't think. Yeah, definitely should have got one of those earlier ones for a little bit more. Paid a little bit more than I needed to, maybe, but gotten it. Would have been cheaper than this. Oh well, not a big deal. These are still pretty good deals. Most of them you see listed are 2,000-ish, something like that. So did it end? Did that one actually end? Or did somebody jump in like they did to me? Looks like it ended. Well, I think we're going to get this one. You'd be stupid to bid on that one and not this one if you were going to up a bid, right? Did we get it? Come on. I think I got it. I think they're done. So lot number 31, that is the one that I actually wanted. You'll notice that I have 31 circled there, as in that was my choice. I had a list of the ones that I wanted to bid on, and that was my pick. So I'm happy with that if I got it, which I did. Sweet. Well, cool. Now the project starts, and I have to figure out how to, one, get it home, and two, convert it from anhydrous to LP. It'll be a challenge, but we'll get there. No big deal. So I'm, like I said, we're done with this for now. I'm going to get my scaffolding and set it up so we can see what's going on with this heater. Try and get that fixed. All right, I think 3 sections will be enough. That's what we got there. We've got a 4th one somewhere, but it's not sitting in the corner where we normally keep it. So Dad must have it set up somewhere. All right, now let's get this set up the rest of the way here. Gonna need the next section on top, but I think 3 will do it. I should be able to put the platforms on top and stand on there. I'm gonna need a platform. Yeah. All right, we'll get there. Scissor lift would make this so much easier. Use what you got. Put the platform, we'll be able to reach it, no problem. We gotta get that cover off of there. I'm gonna need a 5/16 nut driver, it looks like. It's quite warm up here. That heater over there is doing its job, but it runs all the time. It would warm up faster if we had 2 of them. Should probably turn the fans on too. That'll help stir the air up. Okay, well, I got that cover off the top so I can look in there a little better. I did unplug it at the wall, but we need to take this cover off because the fan is in there. And about the only thing I can think to do is test and see if we're getting power to the fan. And if we are, and the fan's not running, well, then the fan's probably bad. But remember when I said I needed a 5/16? I was wrong. It was a 1/4 inch. So my socket is wrong. Well, there's the little fan. It spins. I guess I need to plug it back in and it should turn on, but it won't. So where can I test to see if we got power? Looks like at the wire nuts. All right, where do those wires go? Over to the other side in there. Yeah, somewhere over there. Huh. All right, well, let's see what we can do. Took the other side apart with all the electrical components in it. We have a blinky light. I don't know what blinky lights mean. We'll have to read. Generally not a good thing, though. 2 flashes, airflow fault. Okay, so we know that because our fan's not running. So how do we make our fan run? That's what we got to figure out. How do we make the fan turn on? See, this is the airflow sensor. There's a line coming out of the pressure there that must spin something in there that tells it that there's fans running. This thing is buzzing. We got to figure out what all these do. Do some testing. Well, I'm pretty heavily leaning towards this fan being bad, or the motor on the fan. And the best way I can figure out how to test this, because it comes out super easy, there's 4 screws and 2 wire nuts, is just take it out and take it down on the bench, plug it in, see what happens. It either spins or it doesn't. Right? Right. It's dirty. We need to clean it up. Anyway, we got it out of there. We'll take this down and test it. I put some white tape on one set of the wires. They're black and black, which means there probably doesn't matter. They're reversible, but I think if we get them put back together backwards, the fan will spin backwards. So we're going to take it down and see what we can figure out. Start with a little cleaning. Well, this may not be our problem. Don't do this. This is dumb. That runs just fine. So, the fan works. So, we're not getting the proper voltage to it. Aha! That makes this more difficult. Well, I think I have determined that this Fenwell board is bad. So I traced some wires, and the wires go into the fan. There's 2 blacks. One of them ties in here with the grounds. It's that black wire there. The other one is this black wire coming into F2, and then F1 is coming from our line power, the plug over there. So the power comes in through F1. This box, when it needs the fan, sends power out through F2, but we're not getting that right now. We don't have any power there. And given that that burner is still burning, they're on the same control circuit, it's getting the same signal, and it's throwing me the air message, and the fan's not, I mean, it's clearly it's calling for air. So we should have 120 volts on F2, and I'm not getting it. So that board has about got to be the problem. Now this board looks as though it's going to be fairly easy to change. We've got 3 connectors and 2 screws, and it comes right off of there, near as I can tell. And I Googled it. I can find this exact number online. They're roughly 200 bucks. So I think I got to get one coming, and then we can fix it. I don't know what this thing is. I'm not sure. But I think that's in the low voltage side of stuff. So I'm not super concerned about it. Blue is up here, and it's 24 volts. And there's a black and a white. Maybe that's a relay. It's got to be a relay. But what's it telling to do? Where's that white and black wire go? Coming out. We'll do a little more tracing, but I'm pretty sure this is our problem. Maybe it's a transformer. I guess I assumed all the 24 volt power was coming in from the thermostat, but that might not be the case. And the valve and everything is 24 volt low voltage, so that, yeah, in fact, it's got to be a transformer, because we're supplying the voltage to the thermostat. We're not getting voltage from the thermostat, so yeah, for sure, that's a transformer. Okay, cool. If I was really questioning myself, I could swap the board from the one that's working to the one that's not and see if that actually fixes the problem. It might be worth doing that just because of how simple of a fix it is, but I don't think it's necessary. Well, I found that part. Like I said, I went and Googled it on the computer and looked it up a little bit more. Right at 200 bucks, I can get one coming. So I took the old one out here just because I want to double check myself. I'm going to swap it with the other one. So I pulled it off of here, put everything back together that I could, put our fan back in. We should be good to go there. I'm going to move the scaffolding over, and I turned the heat off over there. We're going to go take this board off on that one, install this one there, put that one over here, and see if the heaters switch. And this one works and that one doesn't. Then we know for sure. So just a check before we order something that we don't need. Okay, I got the boxes switched and we put this one back together. This is the one that wasn't working at all. If I can get that screw to start, we'll go down and turn it on and see what happens. All right, now we hit this switch. Did I plug it in? No, dang it. I'll plug it in first. Now we'll hit the switch. I hear a fan. Excellent. I did.
What was wrong?
The control box is bad. Control board. Let's see if this one fires. Then I'll know for sure. I did. That one over there was working. And this one, I took the fan down because I thought the fan was bad. But it worked when I plugged it in. And so I traced it back to the control board. Yep, we got fire. Look at that. Nothing on the other side. So, cool. All right, well, that heater is working. So we got to get the part ordered for the other one to fix. Yeah, we need that control board. So I'm going to get one of those coming. Should have ordered it, but I got to go pick up my kids. My wife's got something going on tonight, so I'm going to go meet her and get them all, and I'll come back and get that taken care of. And tomorrow we get to go pick up an anhydrous tank. Plus I have 2 seed trucks coming. Figure out how to work all that out, but yeah. Well, I got 2 of the 3 kids. Okay, let her down. And the other one decided to stay with Mom. They have the symphony tonight. Apparently Rylan wanted to go. Don't know if he knows what he's getting himself into, but good for him. So, can you say hi, Miss Morelli? Hi.
What is this?
We got to go in and see Grandma, huh?
What is this?
What is that? That's a seed digger. It's for digging seeds and seeing how deep you planted them. See, there's a ruler on the other side. I've worn all the markings off because I was using it so much to dig up corn seeds.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
5 inches is too deep. Don't plant it that deep.
Huh?
5 inches is too deep. Can't plant it that deep.
Why?
It's too deep. It won't grow.
How am I growing?
2 inches, maybe 2 1/4.
No, why not 100?
Well, because it would never grow. How would you get it that deep anyway? You teasing me.
With the back.
Teasing me. All right, we're going in the house to see Grandma, and then we're going home. Thanks for watching today. Questions, comments, leave them down below. Tomorrow we get to get an anhydrous tank, so we're road tripping it. We can make a video of that, right? It'll be fun. There's still a chance we go see that train tonight, but I have a feeling it's going to be through real late, and it's not going to happen, so we'll see. But go check it out. That video from a couple years ago. It was a really good one. Anyway, have a great night. See you tomorrow.